Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome back to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Bachmann corrugated hut that I actually got pretty much some time ago, straight off of eBay, that actually is another one of the Bachmann Thomas Resin scenery pieces that I actually got that would actually go great on my layout for sure, and yeah, I do find it to be really quite fascinating upon looking it over, and I'm really impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen by far. I really do think it's actually a really great, nice of a scenery piece that I actually got, and actually does correspond quite well on my layout for sure, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, either way, I really do love on how it actually turned out, and certainly does go great on my layout for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead, I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need, I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. In fact, yeah. I know that's saying a whole lot, given to, of course, the past several episodes that I've actually done, but hey, I'm pretty much used to it at this point, so no complaining on that. And you know, I think given to what I actually got, yeah, it's hard to believe that the only two Bachmann Thomas Resin scenery pieces that I'm missing currently is basically the Brendam Warehouse and Engine Shed currently. I do hope I'll actually get those later on down the road. Because, yeah, I think they'll actually go great on my layout for sure. Because, yeah, I think they're in desperate need of that anyway. So I do hope it might actually happen for sure. So yeah. Now, I mean, no disrespect for some of the earlier Bachmann Thomas scenery pieces that we got previously for sure, but I do find the pretty much the Resin scenery pieces are actually they're actually much more authentic to, of course, what they could have been in the first place. Well, I mean, except for the windmill and the lighthouse that we actually got beforehand, those are the only two exceptions. And yet they still turned out as great as I hoped. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess pretty much from the looks of it, it looks like we are going to be staying with Bachmann trains currently for sure. But this time around, we're not going to be talking about a little something for as part of their Thomas and Friends range, both brand new and of course some old ones that have been long since discontinued. No. We're actually be definitely back into a little something from Bachmann trains in general for sure. But surprisingly enough, it does have a little tie into, of course, a certain thing that I currently have working on currently that I think is in desperate need of pretty much a really good treatment anyways. What you may ask? Well, I'll pull it up right now, so yeah, what I actually got right here is, of course, another little something from Bachmann trains for sure, but except this time, it's actually pretty much an extension wire for sure, so yeah, but not just any extension wire, but this is actually a plug-in 10-foot remote switch extension wire, all in green for sure, so yeah, you would not believe I have been desperate to actually find one of these for sure, and well, luckily enough, I did manage to get this not too long ago after I ordered it off of Amazon. So I figure that I would actually finally get the chance to talk about this one for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Alrighty then, well, now that we got the introduction out of the way, we can now go ahead and actually talk about this one for sure. Now beforehand, I definitely need to mention one thing for sure, is that, well, I guess when it comes to Bachmann trains for sure, they really have a whole lot going for hands down. Sometimes, aside from pretty much their model trains in general, whether it be locomotives, rolling stock, or anything, they always actually have the tendency to adding some things that will help make your layout stand out quite well for sure. And surprisingly enough, I did cover a good batch of course, all that, of course, this show. You name it, ranging from some track that I've actually got that are really great additions for sure, to even pretty much, to even some bumpers and everything. Yeah, and track switches and rail adapters for sure, just to name me a few. And not to mention, probably one of my favorites from this season by far is that I actually have the courtesy to actually talk of the multi-accessory power supply for sure, to which I do find it to be absolutely marvelous, hands down, and I really do think Bachmann trains did a really great job on that said power supply for sure, and it really does help out in the long run for my layout for sure. But surprisingly enough, every once in a while, if of course things get a little bit too hectic on, of course, your layout for sure, and you have some accessory pieces and stuff that are like so far away for sure that they couldn't actually reach the speed controller for sure. You need something that could really help extend all that for sure, so that way you can actually get somewhere on where you need to be for sure. And luckily enough, that's where this extension wire actually comes into play. So yeah. And you might be wondering to yourself, how did I manage to get this for sure? And what does that pretty much have to do with, of course, what I mentioned? Well, surprisingly enough, this has actually been one thing I've been wanting to get in my hands for a long time now, and luckily enough, for while I think Bachmann actually does have this listed on their site for sure, and of course, let's not forget to mention some hobby shops, including the one that's local to where I live, actually does carry these for sure, but the prices for them can be pretty much hit and miss for sure, going from, of course, pretty much $22 to about $31 at the least. But luckily enough, I did manage to get this straight off of Amazon for about 18 bucks plus shipping for sure, and pretty much this extension wire for sure is that, well, pretty much, according to the back, it actually says that it's actually used to make plug-in connections from your Bachmann switch controller to an easy switch or track turnout for sure. So yeah, pretty much of anything, this extension wire, all in green for sure, is actually made to help pretty much extend the length of course, the wire for, say, track switches for sure. And surprisingly enough, pretty much that really does help come into play for sure. And of course, what I'm talking about, hands down, because of anything, pretty much I did actually cover one of the pretty much one of the track switches, or should I say, yeah, I'm definitely gonna say one of the track switches that I actually got pretty much when I got alongside some other pieces of track for my birthday last year for sure, and they do actually have a green wire for sure. That's, of course, connected to it, and pretty much what that does, if I can pretty much get this out as a good example, is that pretty much, if anything, they're actually made to, of course, pretty much the green wire connected to, of course, the track switch is supposed to go into, of course, this remote switch that's included in. That's, of course, then hooked up to this wire, which will then actually lead to, of course, the speed controller, hands down. So yeah. That's pretty much all it does as a good example of course, what I'm talking about for sure. But sometimes, pretty much, if anything, if a track switch and stuff actually gets way too far away for sure from where your speed controller is at, this definitely would come in handy for sure. So yeah. And I guess, surprisingly enough, pretty much of anything, my original plan by far is that I was originally thinking about getting 3 of these for sure, so that way all the track switches I actually got can then connect to, of course, only one of my speed controllers, hands down. But after giving it much thought and actually pretty much experimenting with, of course, what I've actually got with, of course, one track switch going to my other speed controller, and another one that I actually got for my birthday last year, connecting all the way to my multi-accessory power supply, to which, surprisingly enough, both of them actually work, and they actually turned out great. But I guess the one that's all the way back in Tim's sheds, pretty much is so far away and stuff that, yeah, I think it makes sense for me to get this one, pretty much, yeah, just this one, yeah, just only one of these for sure. Not only a really great way to save money and stuff, but also will help save me the trouble from, of course, what I actually got currently for sure, to which I think is actually going to help in the long run. So yeah, but if you actually, but if we actually do get to my layout, pretty much to show you guys on what I mean, I think you'll definitely see what I'm talking about for sure. So yeah. But now that we got that out of the way, I think we might as well get ourselves into finally talk about this one for sure. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Alrighty then, well, now that we got the explanation out of the way, I think we can now get a close examination of course, pretty much this this extension wire for sure, and yeah, based on my first impressions from the packaging, this actually does look really good for sure. Yeah, pretty much of anything. It is still the same, pretty much, packaging that they use for, of course, plenty of the Bachmann trains packaging for sure. Most notably, their Easy Track for sure, and yeah. I guess pretty much, if anything, I think this really does help out in the long run for sure, and and luckily enough, given to, of course, what I got currently in my layout, pretty much this one that I got is, of course, HO scale for sure. So I say we're actually in good hands for sure. And of course, for those who are wondering, yes, I am fully aware that Bachmann has also done another one of these for sure. That are made to fitting all scales for sure. So that's actually very nice. So hopefully I might get another one of these if I do delve into, of course, some other scales from Bachmann trains for sure. Like, of course, you know me, aside from, of course, HO for sure, I have been wanting to get the ThomasFan1 range in N scale as well, just to really help mix things up a bit with what I got currently for sure. So yeah, but that will be saved for another time for sure. So I'm keeping my focus mainly on this one that I actually got, that is in HO for sure. And in case a lot of you guys are also wondering, yes, they did make another one of these extension wires all in red for sure. But again, I haven't really delved into that currently. So again, that's gonna be saved for another time for sure. So we'll just leave it at that, hands down. So yeah. But literally from, of course, what I've actually seen, I'm really intriguing, of course, what they actually did with the packaging for sure. Still basically the same as, of course, pretty much the packaging that they sold each of their Easy Track pieces in for sure, but still actually quite clever nonetheless. So yeah, and of course, pretty much the extension wire and stuff that you're seeing right here really does look quite nice in the plastic shelling that's pretty much showing off for sure. To really get us in, of course, what we're going to be in for, hands down. So yeah. And of course, pretty much of anything, it's pretty much what I could say from the front of the packaging for sure. And I did mention earlier that they did make another one of these in red for sure, because, yeah, pretty much of anything, they actually are very clever, and of course, signifying that this is the green extension wire for sure, just to avoid any confusion nonetheless. So yeah, and of course, the back of the packaging, well, it's pretty much not much on what you expect, hands down, but it does provide information and stuff, of course, what it is, and of course, how it actually functions on your layout for sure. And yeah. And another thing I should mention, given for the fact that this is actually 10-foot, hands down, is that, for while I did mention that it actually pretty much is used to make plug-in connections from your speed controller to one of the track switches for sure. It also did state that it's pretty much that its length and ability to be plugged together in a series with additional 10-foot extension wires to make longer connections, eliminate the need to splice and solder switch wires. Actually, I think it pretty much just says splice and solder switch wires. But yeah, you kind of get the idea, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything. This actually is made to, of course, pretty much extend the connection and stuff from your track switch all the way to your speed controller, hands down, which I do find quite fascinating for sure. So yeah, literally from my first impressions on the packaging, I'm in for a nice treat, of course, what we're going to be in for, hands down. But enough about that, so let's go ahead and get this thing opened up for sure. So, okay, I guess this is actually much easier to get in for sure. And, alright, I'll just set this aside, and yeah. Yeah, it looks like we finally got the extension wire out of its packaging for sure, and man, I'm really impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. I mean, with it all tangled up and stuff from what I've actually seen, this really has a lot going for hands down for sure. Now, obviously, given to, of course, pretty much given to, of course, what I got currently on in my layout, I don't think I'll actually extend this alga all the way, but given to what I'm actually seeing, this wire from what I can gather really is selling the whole point, of course, what it's trying to get across, hands down, and I'm intrigued that they actually took the time to actually really make this look good for sure, and yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, and obviously the two connection ends from what I've actually seen really is quite nice, hands down. Like, of course, you got one that would probably go into, of course, one of these for sure, to which I guess it makes sense, given to, of course, pretty much on what it's trying to connect for sure. And I guess the other one that I actually got right here actually is pretty much made to actually connect to, of course, pretty much the main wire leading to the track switch, hands down. Hence why it's actually pretty much looks all pitchforky like, hands down, for sure, bud. But hey, I think that might be exactly what they're going for, hands down, and I really do think they really have a lot going for sure. So yeah, I think with, of course, what I've actually seen, I'm really intrigued on, of course, how well this actually looks from the way I see it, hands down, and yeah, pretty much of anything. I know I can't untangle it all, and of course, pretty much extending out all the way to prove that it's 10 feet for sure, but hey, I'm only doing it just to, of course, save plenty of room, hands down, because, well, I don't want my bedroom to look like a tangled up, wired up mess for sure. But yeah, you kind of get the idea, of course, that front, but hey, once we actually do get to my layout and see on how well it connects, given to, of course, what we got currently, maybe I think it might actually help us out in the long run for sure. So yeah, but either way, I'm really intrigued, of course, what they actually did, and this actually can be beneficial when you really think about it. But I guess pretty much of anything, we might as well put it to the ultimate test for sure. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hang on over to my layout and, well, connect this thing up. Alright guys, well, here we are backing, of course, my layout once again for sure, and yeah, and I guess pretty much from the looks of it, I guess we can now find a good spot, of course, where we're going to be placing this extension wire for sure. And you might be wondering to yourself, where exactly am I going to place pretty much the extension wire to which track switch for sure? Well, if you actually look around this corner right here, you see this track switch that's going on right around over here, right behind Tim's sheds? Yeah, that's pretty much the track switch we're actually going to connect the extension wire for sure. And I guess surprisingly enough, I do have a good reason to actually pretty much connect it for sure, because, well, going back a bit to, of course, pretty much the previous two that we actually got pretty much hands down for sure, right? If I can position where exactly I'm at, yeah, I guess you can definitely see right around in this area for sure. I did mention the hag. I actually pretty much the two track switches that I've actually placed right around in this area for sure. Like, of course, this one pretty much connected to track 1 over to this siding right here, and of course pretty much this track switch pretty much connecting all the way to the pretty much the turntable where Tim's sheds is at, to which, yeah, I guess you can definitely see Edward and Emily on the side for sure. So yeah, pretty much if anything, I did actually experiment with, of course, these two track switches right here and there, pretty much, and actually try my hand there, of course, see about connecting pretty much the track switches as they are pretty much towards my speed controllers, hands down. Though, quite frankly, pretty much to get the idea, of course, what I'm actually referring to, hands down for sure, yeah, if I can get myself in frame, yeah, you can definitely see that this track switch that I actually got that goes all the way to this siding right where the other track switch is at, is somehow connected all the way to this remote right here that leads to, oh, yeah, I think I should probably unplug these to get the idea. So yeah, pretty much it goes all the way to my second speed controller that I actually got that actually does work when you think about it for sure. So. And it is actually quite funny because, pretty much, if anything, Bachmann actually did state that the speed controller can only pretty much connect to one accessory at a time for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much the other track switch right around over here. I've also tried my hand there, of course, connecting it all the way to, of course, this remote, all the way towards the multi-accessory power supply, as you can see right here for sure. And somehow I knocked one of the trees, but. Yeah, pretty easy fix, and yeah, it actually does work, of course, that's a level for sure, which is actually quite funny because, yeah, I did originally plan out, of course, having the windmill and the lighthouse for sure, pretty much just run towards this power supply, but I guess pretty much of anything, the other track switch is, of course, another good addition of course, that's a power supply for sure, and to get you the idea of course, what I'm actually referring to, hands down, if I can pretty much connect pretty much track 2 for sure, yeah, pretty much, if anything, to really get you the idea of course, what I'm actually talking about, yeah, pretty much, if I can get it into a frame, yeah, pretty much, you can definitely see that, pretty much, this remote switch right here, yeah, actually, pretty much, helps, pretty much, run, of course, pretty much in getting, this, track switch, going, for sure, yeah. Yeah, it actually works quite well when you really see it for yourself because originally I did, yeah, they did actually have this where of course you can actually pretty much switch the track through pretty much using your hand for sure. And for a while it is quite nice. I guess pretty much of anything, using the remote that's connected to of course the wires and stuff to the speed controller really actually is much more beneficial when you really think about it, and if I can get this thing off, so yeah, that will get you the idea of course, what I'm actually talking about for sure, so yeah, I could go on and on, of course, pretty much anything else regarding, of course, what I got in my layout currently, but I'm pretty sure it's going to take up the whole video, hands down, so yeah, but needless to say, pretty much if I can get it back into a frame, yeah, I guess this track switch that you can see right here, that is of course where exactly pretty much it actually does come into a play for sure, because of anything, you can definitely see the track switch from way out over there for sure, actually is pretty much a long ways away towards both of my speed controllers, hands down, so that's actually a bit of a problem on its own when you really dabble into it for sure, so yeah, but luckily enough, seeing about I did get this extension wire for sure, that is of course where we're actually going to solve this problem for sure, so yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and pretty much pretty much untangle part of this for sure, and yeah, you can definitely see pretty much that we might be getting somewhere with this. So yeah, and of course with where we're at right now for sure. So yeah, first things first, I think we're gonna have to pretty much oh, I don't know if I'm in frame, but yeah, this is why I get for, of course, pretty much having a bit of pretty much not having everything planned out in advance. So yeah, and I guess first things first, we're gonna have to plug this in first to see how. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything, if I can zoom out currently, I think we might get somewhere. So yeah, I think we might as well pretty much yeah, make our way under the track for sure to really get us somewhere. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to pretty much untangle part of this as we go along. So all right, and so yeah, you can definitely see that yeah, they really have a lot going for hands down to really to really actually get the wire where it is right now for sure. And well, let's see. I think with where we're at currently, I think it looks like, yeah, I think it might actually make it all the way for sure. So yeah, and of course, if we can make our way under, pretty much from what I've actually seen, probably should flatten out as we go along. And okay, all right, I think yeah, I guess yeah, I guess it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I think this yeah, I'll probably figure it out pretty much right around afterwards, but I think it looks all right. So all right, so I guess pretty much from what I've actually seen for sure, if I can move the camera on where it needs to be. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, I think they really have a lot going for hands down, and I think this might actually be the right length to get us where we need to be. So yeah, I guess with that being said, if we can pretty much get this hooked on and see. Okay, let's see here. Oh, okay, I think we might be getting somewhere. Just need a good push. Okay, yeah, I think this looks all right. So yeah, I think I did the best I could, hands down. But I think it looks like I got everything pretty much connected currently for sure. So I think we might as well put it to the ultimate test, hands down, to see where we need to be. And well, I did have to move Terrence out of the way for sure. Although I don't know. I think maybe if I can move him right here. Yeah, I think this might look all right for sure. So yeah, and I know with, of course, these kinds of wires, hands down, I think I know they might be used to, of course, pretty much be connecting underneath the track for sure, to which I know is understandable, hands down, but I guess I don't have the time currently to actually drill holes in, of course, my layout table for sure. So I'm actually working pretty much with what I can currently for sure. So yeah. At least that's what I can say on that front, hands down. I'm only working with, of course, what I can currently for sure. So yeah, we'll see what comes up eventually. But hey, as long as, of course, nothing actually gets tangled up for sure, right to the point where pretty much some sort of accident might occur for sure. Hopefully, I think we might be in a good spot for sure. So yeah, and seeing how I did get all this connected to, of course, the wire to, of course, this remote switch that goes all the way to the speed controller that pretty much that actually controls all of track 1. I think we might as well test it out to see how it will go. So yeah, with that being said, let's see on what will happen right here. Yeah, I think maybe I should actually try to see about pushing it in all the way. So, okay, let's see here. Yeah, maybe I think I had it on the wrong way for sure. So, alright, well, let's see here. Oh! Alright, well, let's see. Let's try out. Alright, then. Whew, okay, then. Alright, well. Yeah, I think hopefully I think I'll get somewhere hands down. So, oh, okay. Okay, I think I got it for sure. So yeah, you can definitely pretty much if anything, I must have yeah, I think it looks like I did pretty much pushing in all the way. Yeah, pretty much this remote switch all the way for sure. So I think it looks like I might have got fixed hands down. And yeah, I think we might be getting somewhere hands down for sure. And yeah, definitely look at that. I think this track switch that you see right here. Yeah, I think we finally got somewhere for sure. So yeah, honestly, I think I almost kind of thought it was me, but I think it looks like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was me, hands down, but yeah, I think it looks like we finally got this track switch working, all thanks to, of course, a lot of help from the extension wire for sure, and yeah, I'm impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much have to unplug the speed controller to help save power. So yeah, I guess pretty much with what I'm actually seeing by far, looks like the extension wire really helped out in the long run. And yeah, looks like we finally got somewhere where we need to be for sure. So yeah. I guess it's what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much for what it is, I really do think they really did a great job with, of course, the extension wire for sure. It really is beneficial to, of course, pretty much where we need to be for sure. And I think it is really going to help out with, of course, what I got with my Bachmann Easy Track currently hands down. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, this extension wire that I actually got right here actually is functionable very, very well for sure. So yeah, and for this to actually help out with, of course, part of my layout, I think we're in the right place with where we need to be for parts of my layout for sure. So yeah. Either way, I guess if that's something up your alley and you want something that could help fix the situation like the one that I was in hands down, I say this extension wire is, of course, a really great one that's well worth checking out for sure, and I do highly recommend it. And I guess pretty much mainly part of my layout does kind of look like a bit of a wiry mess for sure, but hey, whatever the case may be, I still know I'm still willing to, of course, give it the proper upgrades that it actually deserve, hands down, for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much either way, I think it does show that pretty much on top of getting some new models and stuff for all of my layouts, there are several occasions where, of course, I do need to give this layout the proper pretty much some other needs as well, like, of course, some replacement track from what I've actually seen to some possible expansions, and even every once in a while some additions that could really help getting where it needs to be for sure. And I really do think it actually does help in the long run for sure. And I guess either way, I'm still willing to get new Bachmann Thomas models that I know will actually run well on my layout, and possibly could help for some possible future videos that I've got coming up in the near future. But I think with where we're at right now, for sure, my layout has still got a long ways to wait to get where it needs to be. But I do hope it'll actually be in a really great spot for sure that'll help keep on growing and evolve for sure, as much as Bachmann is continuing on with their Thomas & Friends range and allowing that to grow and evolve as well. So yeah, either way, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front, but we'll know when the time comes for sure. But until then, with the extension wire that I showed you earlier, I'm really happy on how well it actually turned out, and I really do think it's actually well worth the recommendation for sure. Now for, I guess, for other parts of pretty much some stuff from Bachmann trains that I'm willing to get later on down the road, we'll get to that some other time for sure. So yeah, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you guys think, hands down. I would love to know pretty much your overall opinions, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and well, I guess right up until I'll talk about the next item that I'll actually talk about on this show, I think we might as well pretty much, I think I might as well have some fun, of course, on my layout for sure, just like I normally do for sure. So I'll definitely leave you at that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Alright, well, might as well get you out, Thomas, and give you the proper run that you deserve for sure.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I'm posting on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.